Okay, I admit, I'm literally copying last month's market report and editing in the new numbers because, surprise, October's market numbers came in as I had predicted. Hi there, I'm Dawn Magee, your neighborhood-friendly realtor here in beautiful Nova Scotia. So here's the Coles Notes version in case you have someplace to go, but I do hope you'll stay to the end of this video as it really helps my algorithm. And why don't you go ahead and hit that subscribe button because that helps too. So home prices are up in rural areas due to lack of supply in these desirable price points. Home sales are up due to the end of season price reductions. The number of home sales on the market is continuing to increase as overpriced properties continue to stack up and new listings decline with sellers letting their listings expire for the winter. So as expected, Christmas came early with the 50 basis point reduction from the Bank of Canada, which in turn saw the variable mortgage rates drop by half a percentage point. While Nova Scotia did see a slight increase in sales from September to October, this could also be easily attributed to end of season buyers. Next Bank of Canada announcement will be in December, and I do predict a bank rate decrease of just 25 basis points this time because we're at a point where it becomes a balancing act as to not have borrowing costs go so low that it causes inflation to start to increase again. I'll jump to stats and data for October, but stick around to the end when I give insight into the new construction market and give my 2 cents worth on the solutions to our housing issues. First, let's look at the numbers. New listings across Nova Scotia were up 1.8% from this time last year, with 1,150 new listings coming to market in October. This is a decrease of 80 from September, which has been a consistent decrease from the spring high of 1772 in the month of May. The number of new listings were down across Nova Scotia compared to September. Annapolis Valley had the greatest increase in new listing, which was up 8.6% from October last year, and the Yarmouth region saw the greatest decrease of minus 22% from this time last year. The Annapolis Valley could be seeing a number of postings out of 14 Wing Greenwood and a number of new builds coming to market in the Hands County area. Looking at the number of solds, as predicted, the number of homes sold saw an uptick in October compared to September, all across the regions of Nova Scotia, except for one. The uptick in sales were most likely due to buyers jumping on properties that they've had their eyes on and sellers doing price adjustments for end of season selling. Yarmouth saw 29 homes sold, which is up 19 from September and up 16 from last October. Cape Breton had 76 homes sold, which is up just 6 from September. The Highland region saw 38 listings sold in October, which is up 3 from last year, but down 1 from September. The Northern region had 129 homes sold, which is up from 122 in September and up 35 from last year. 88 homes were sold on the South Shore, which is up from September and up from 60 sold in 2023. Annapolis Valley saw the greatest increase from October 2023, up from 96 to 157 homes sold in October. Halifax, Dartmouth area has 440 homes sold this past month, which is 60 more than last year and 58 more than last month. For Nova Scotia as a whole, 950 homes were sold in October. Now, looking back over the past 5 years, 2024 numbers are very similar to pre-pandemic numbers, all except, of course, home prices. The number of homes sold, new listings in a month, and number of homes sold were all similar to 2019. Other than home prices being almost double what they were 5 years ago, it does feel like we are settling into a new, old, normal ebb and flow of a seasonal real estate market. But that may go out the window with the new government just elected down in the US. With less new listings coming to market in October, but active listings also decreasing, this leads to similar numbers from September and October for the months of supply. Halifax Dartmouth is still in a seller's market at 2.6 months worth of supply. Cape Breton is also in a seller's market at 3.2 months worth. Northern region and Annapolis Valley are moving into a balanced market with 4.7 and 4.9 months worth of supply. The Highland region is well into a buyer's market at 10.2 months worth of supply. Days on market has increased across all regions as well, which shows the remaining inventory may well be overpriced. Overall, median days on market for Nova Scotia was 20. Annapolis Valley homes are lasting just 48 days on the market, while the South Shore and the Highland region are both taking 54 days to sell. Yarmouth and the northern regions are taking 36 days on market. Halifax Dartmouth median days on market is 11 days. Cape Breton is slightly behind with 16 days on market. Now, everyone has a close eye on the new construction market as it's a saving grace for the housing supply issues that we have across the country. For those interested in new construction in Nova Scotia, there were 79 buildings less than a year old that sold in October across Nova Scotia. The biggest increase was in the Annapolis Valley, going from 4 to 19 from the month of September. The median sold price of the 49 that sold in Halifax Dartmouth was $706,900, and the busiest areas were St. Margaret's Timberley with 8 sold, Hemmes Plains with 6 sold, and 6 in the Beaverbank Sackville area with 5 new homes sold. Annapolis Valley had 19 new homes sold with a median sold price of $450,000. So keep in mind though, 7 of those were semi-detached, so those prices are going to influence that median sold price. Currently there are a total of 509 active new construction listed across Nova Scotia. There are 290 in the Halifax Dartmouth area, with Elmsdale being a popular area for smaller units, while more executive style homes are prevalent in the Middle Sackville area, which has 46 new builds currently listed. The median list price here is $738,400. There are 86 new homes listed in the Annapolis Valley, again finding a lot of semi-detached units for sale around Falmouth, Avonport, and there's even a new development in 3 Mile Plains. The median list price here for semi-detached is $479,900, and for a detached home it's $100,000 more than that. On the South Shore there are 49 new construction units available. In the northern region, there is 63 currently available. These ones here have smaller footprints, and the median sale price there is $454,500. There are 12 new construction units to choose from in the Highland region, mainly around the Dundee and East Lake Ainslie areas. And there's 5 new builds currently listed in Cape Breton and 4 in Yarmouth. Now, looking what might be coming up, let's look at the number of permits and subdivisions being applied for. The number of residential building units approved so far in the Halifax municipality is 3,446, which is just 54% of previous years. In the municipality of West Hants, the number of permits have dropped slightly from 20 to 12 month over month, but this has also dropped compared to year over year in September and year to date. For the municipality of the District of Kings, year to date the number of permits are down from 645 down to 603, but the number of units are up from 207 to 213. This is largely in part to a jump in the number of multi-units, going from 49 to 84 from last year, year to date. Subdivision plan approvals have also gone up from 71 to 111, and the number of lots subdivided has doubled to 262. Now let's look at what the median home sale prices look like for October 24 across Nova Scotia. These figures include condos, detached homes, and duplexes. Cape Breton home prices came in at $230,000. This is a continued decline from last month and a decline of 0.43 from last year. Yarmouth came in at $255,000, which is down from last month, but up 17.8% from last year. The Highland region saw prices at $249,500. This was a $40,000 decrease from September, but up 4% from 2023. Northern region came in at $300,000 on the nose, which is down $4,000 from September and up 13.2% from last year. South Shore and the Annapolis Valley were the only 2 regions that saw month-over-month increases. The South Shore broke an all-time record this past month with a $402,500 median home sale price. This is an increase of 25.8% from October 2023. The Annapolis Valley also beat the COVID peak sale price from spring of 2022, coming in at $382,000 for a median home sale price for October. This median price was up 11.5% from October last year, which is a greater increase than the normal 6% that we would see year over year. Now, Halifax Dartmouth home median prices came in at $534,700. That's down just $4,300 from last month, but still up 5.8% compared to October 2023. Overall, Nova Scotia's median sale price sits at $425,000, which is an increase from September and an increase of 5.5% from October 2023. Now, Kings County, Hants County, Colchester counties all will continue to be active, popular markets due to lower prices in these rural regions, new construction activity, and still being within that hour of Halifax. Now, it's not totally accurate or fair to compare 2024 numbers to 2023 because 2023 was relatively slow due to the high interest rates, making 2024 prices look pretty good. 2024 numbers are actually more on pace with the pre-COVID market of 2019, except for home prices, of course. I feel like the real estate market is returning to a typical seasonal ebb and flow that we're used to. That being said, we could be on a whole other roller coaster ride with the newly elected government to the south. Economists are anticipating bond yields to increase, which will increase our fixed mortgage rates. Changes to tariffs and trade deals will definitely impact our inflation. And with the new government expected to loosen regulations on AI tech and energy, this leaves me really concerned with what that will spell for not just Canada, but for the world. Now, as I mentioned in last month's report, we need to focus on solutions to our housing shortage. Now, I have mentioned for a few months now about cutting the tax on new home construction. But where are we going to make up the difference so the government can continue to run things like fixing roads and healthcare and schools, you ask? Well, I'm sure we could find lots of tax savings if we had a government audit. So let's do some performance reviews. Let's do some return on investment calculations. What programs are working and which programs are just make work? We need productivity, not propaganda. Constructive communication, not insightful rhetoric. Canadians already have a reputation for low productivity, and with the federal government employing the most Canadians and Nova Scotia Health Authority being the largest employer here in Nova Scotia, these would be great places to start. I feel my inner Rick Mercer rising. Now, with our own election on the horizon, both provincially and federally, I really do hope we'll stick to the facts and focus on problem solving. We need productivity, not propaganda. Constructive communication, not insightful rhetoric. Remember, we are welcoming, inclusive, and really, really polite. We are Canadian. This has been The Real Deal with Dawn.